Lucy.
Hi guys, welcome back to Wigs with Steph. These are the 10 wig mistakes that you didn't know you were making. I talked to a lot of people about wigs, and the 10 points I'm going to be making in today's video are things that I see people do all the time. But if we can just hone in on these 10 mistakes and correct these, your wigs will look better, they'll look more realistic, your journey with wearing wigs will feel more comfortable to you, your wigs will also last a lot longer. The first mistake I see so many people make is wearing synthetic wigs in the heat. Now, you can do that. You totally can. But if I were to give my recommendation to you, there's two types of synthetics out in the world today. There's what I call regular synthetic, and then there's what I call a heat-friendly synthetic. It's also referred to as a heat-defiant. So if you're going to choose to wear a wig in the dead of summer where the heat is beaming down on you, you know you're going to be sweating, you know it's going to be really hot, then I would always suggest choosing a heat-friendly synthetic over a regular synthetic. Now, the reason being is because a heat-friendly, heat-defiant synthetic wig is made to be worn in heat, and it also does its best and performs its best when you add heat to it. So these are the types of wigs in which you can put a straightener to it, a curler. You can go in and create your own style with a hot tool. The wig I'm wearing is called Ignite by Jon Renau, and it's a heat-friendly wig, a heat-defiant wig. So this is one that I would absolutely choose to wear out in the summertime because I know that it's not going to look damaged afterwards. If anything, it's going to look better because heat-friendly wigs love heat. In fact, they need heat to survive. So that is my biggest tip, is always choose a heat-friendly to wear in the heat and avoid wearing your regular synthetics. If you wear a regular synthetic, it's going to lead to more frizz and definitely heat damage. And that's when the longevity of your regular synthetic wig is going to be decreased. It's just not going to live as long if you've decided to wear it out in the heat. My next one is not knowing when to retire a wig. Now, I used to be so bad at this one, guys, because I love all my wigs. When I spend my hard-earned money on a wig, I want to keep it forever. So I've definitely been the person who tries to squeeze out the last bit of life that I can possibly get out of a wig. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing is you kind of have to learn when enough is enough, when that wig does in fact need to go in the garbage. Luckily, I do have some tricks up my sleeve here where I've actually done videos of it on my channel, but to refresh a synthetic wig is actually really easy and really simple. You just need the right technique. And if you do it that way, your wig can last a lot longer. But even still, there will come a point where your wig is done. It's toast. It's probably better just to invest your money in a new one anyways. So definitely learn to recognize when your wig is past prime. Next one is not using a wig grip. Oh my gosh, guys. So many people do not like to wear wig grips, or they just haven't heard about them. And I really wish just like everyone in the wig world would just know about wig grips because they are my go-to. At the beginning of my wig journey, there were times in which I purposefully didn't put on a wig grip because I'm kind of a lazy wig wearer, where I literally want to wake up, get up out of bed, throw my clothes on, comfy clothes, and then just plop a wig on my head and leave my house. But let's say the wind picks up or it starts to rain, which makes your wig feel heavier on your head. And then maybe you're like me who likes to get their hands in their hair and like move it around. Your wig can shift. And that's a really, really uncomfortable feeling. It has happened to me. My wig has actually come off in public, all on its own, like not with me taking it off myself, like spontaneous wig lift and off. That was really awkward. That's a story for another time. Don't let that happen to you. If you're someone out there who's tried using a wig grip before and you're kind of thinking, well, Steph, I just like didn't like it. It didn't feel good on my head. It gave me a headache. Trust me, I have been there, but luckily there's different types of wig grips. So the one that I always choose to wear is by Milano. I'll have the link down below this video. I just get it off Amazon. But I find that that's the best for my head. And I have tried so many different kinds, like so many different ones on Amazon, so many different ones from like other companies, other influencers even, and I just don't like them as much on me. But that's just me. I've had people write me and say, hey, I love the Milano wig grip, or hey, I don't like the Milano wig grip. So it's totally up to you. There's also silicone ones that have like little bumps on them, and those are good too. I personally don't like them though because it feels cold in the wintertime here in Calgary. When I touch it against my skin, it gives me like this gross feeling. So I don't personally like the silicone ones. Also, they give me a headache. They're too tight because there's no adjustable band. You just kind of slide it on and there it is. I prefer velvet lined because it's softer. I prefer the adjustable ones so I can decide on the day how tight I want it. And I also don't like wig grips that have lace at the front because I don't find them useful personally. So just know there's so many wig grips out there and they are beneficial to use because they're easier on your hair, easier on your head and skin. You don't want to be using like tape and adhesive and glue every single day. Your hairline is going to get pulled out, trust me. And wig grips are just so much faster and more convenient. The next one is skipping foundation or concealer on the lace front. So especially if you have a darker skin tone, you need to be applying some sort of concealer, some sort of foundation that matches your skin tone to the lace, because that's the only way that lace is going to appear like skin. Not only do you want to do it at the front, wherever there's lace at the front of the hairline, but usually, not always, like this wig doesn't have it, but there's a scalp line. You especially want to be applying foundation or concealer along that part line if you have an option to do that, because it just makes your wig look so much better, so much cleaner, just put together like it's your own hair. And if you have my skin tone, you can also be adding a bit of foundation or concealer, especially to this part line, and especially if you have bio hair underneath your wig cap like I do. My hair is darker, so if I wear any lighter sort of wig, any blonde wig, I usually have to run a concealer or foundation down that part line if there's room to do so, because it'll make it look so much better. And that way I can hide my own hair from sticking out and looking dark coming through the wig underneath, if that makes sense. The next one is not properly securing your wig to your head. It's not just about the wig grip, it's also the adjusters at the nape of the neck. A lot of wigs come with adjustable straps at the nape of the neck, or like one thick band that attaches from temple to temple and then goes around the nape of your neck. If you have any wig that has adjustables, you want to be using them. Even if you purchased a wig that is your exact cap size, head size, you still want to make adjustments to the cap, because once you do that, it'll fit your head more snug, more secure, like an actual head of hair should look like. Like you shouldn't have it just sticking off your head, have like huge gaps in different areas. And let me tell you, it is possible to do, because for example, this wig, 𝐲𝐞𝐫𝐞, it's technically too big for me. Technically, my head circumference is actually smaller than what this wig cap should be for, but I can still wear it because I've done up the adjusters at the nape of the neck and I'm wearing a wig grip. So all of that combined makes this wig fit me perfectly. Like, look, we've got a practical head shape. So ensuring your wig is properly secured in place with a wig grip or adhesive if needed, that'll prevent any slipping, and it'll definitely boost the comfort of wearing it, and it will boost your confidence, because again, if your wig is not slipping, you're going to feel so much better. And then there's ignoring density and the hairline. I always recommend that if you can, customize the hairline of your wig. If you have any sort of lace at the front there, customize it. Take your tweezers and pluck some hairs out. Create that part line up here. If you do these steps, your wig will look so much better, so much more realistic, because the thing that we see a lot with companies, and even this one has it, like if I were to lift my hair up and away off my face, yes, there's lace, but it is very thick. So I don't tend to push this wig up and away off my face. It's just not how I like to wear this wig. But for the sake of this video, let me just show you. Look how thick and how dense this is going across here, guys. It doesn't look realistic. Not only that, but you can see my own bio hair peeking through. With a lot of these companies who make synthetic wigs, and this is the big company, like this is John Renault, guys, like he's very well known. Nothing has been plucked at this hairline. It's very straight down. Nobody's hairline actually looks like this. So for me, I don't put my hair up off my face like this when I wear this wig, because I feel like it doesn't look realistic. I just wear it down. Now I have other wigs that I have in fact plucked the hairline of, or I've spent large amounts of money to get a wig that already has that feature done for me so that I don't have to take my precious time and do it. And because I have those specific wigs, if I want to wear my hair out of my face that day, then I'll choose one of those. I won't choose this one. This one is a great style just to wear like this. And then when we talk about the density of a wig, there is such thing as wearing too much density for your head size and for your body size. For example, this wig, I like the density. It's a shorter cut. This density makes this style look very nice. There's other densities on other wigs that are so thick that when you look at it, you kind of question like, it kind of looks like a helmet. Maybe I don't like this one on me. There's just a lot of hair. So pay attention to that. But that doesn't mean you can't wear that wig. And it doesn't mean that if you purchase that wig and it is way too thick, way too dense for you, that there's nothing you can do about it. There is. You can definitely thin it out. Go take your thinning shears. You can do it yourself. If you're uncomfortable doing it yourself, just take it into the hair salon. Any stylist can work on your wig because that's really going to make the biggest difference. And it's going to make you feel more comfortable and confident. And you're going to want to wear that wig even more once you fix the density and the hairline. And then there's not washing your wig regularly. Now, okay, I know I have said to wash your wig less than you think you need to. And that is true. I stand by that. But that doesn't mean don't wash it. Because I've seen people go so far in the direction of washing it so much that it actually ends up making your wig look worse and makes the longevity of it decrease. But then I've also seen someone swing way far on the other side where they don't wash their wig enough. And if you're someone who doesn't wash their wig enough, then you are missing out on a key step of refreshing your wig. On human hair wigs, you have to wash it, strip the dirt to allow for conditioner and moisture to be put back into your wig. That will actually make it softer. And I do a deep condition on my human hair wigs when they need it. And then on synthetic wigs, you need to wash them because that's a key step in refreshing them to bring the life back into them. And then on a heat friendly, I put the heat back on it. On a regular synthetic, I put a steamer on it. If you don't wash it first, the result of the refreshing does not come out the same. So definitely wash your wigs, but don't do it too often. There's like a balance there. Strike the balance. If you can strike that balance, you will extend the life of your wigs. Brushing the wig incorrectly is another one, and I see this a lot. I see people going with a fine tooth, like rat tail comb like this one, on a synthetic wig and starting at the top and raking it through. Synthetic wigs are not as elastic, let's say, as like a human hair wig. So when you use a comb like this, where the teeth are so close together, what you're actually doing is breaking the hair as you go. Especially if you come across a tangle and you just yank it through and continue down like that, you're breaking your plastic synthetic hair. So don't do that. What you need to do is take a wide tooth comb. Where the heck is my wide tooth comb? It is not here. No, it's not. But it has like 4 teeth in it and they're spaced out. I'll put the links to it below this video. But use that on your synthetic wigs, especially on longer ones. So you want to start at the bottom and work your way up with combing or brushing your hair. Even on human hair wigs, that is what you need to do. Start at the bottom and brush your hair going up. Obviously combing down, but working your way up. Because if you start at the top, you're just gonna catch on the rest of the hair and keep catching on your way down, especially if it's tangled, and you're just gonna break the hair. Now on human hair wigs, I mean, there's some him and haw about what brushes you should be using. I use wide tooth comb. I would suggest not using the fine tooth comb on human hair, especially when it's dry. I find that this will snag on it too. But the kind of brush I really love to use on a human hair wig is the bristle boar brush. Love that brush. I purchased one a long time ago. It was kind of expensive. They are sort of expensive, but it lasts a lifetime. It does not die. Have you ever noticed that on human hair wigs, it gets kind of dry at the ends of the hair and it can like break in time, and that's how you'll get split ends. With a bristle boar brush, when you use that, part of the reason why a wig breaks or your hair breaks is it's dry. But bristle boar takes the oil and drags it through all the way to the ends. It will make them softer. It'll make them last longer. As opposed to using a plastic brush on your human hair wig, you're probably gonna break more hairs and it's not really adding any benefit other than detangling your wig. Choosing the wrong wig cap size. I have 2 things to say to this. If you choose a wig cap size that's too tight for your head, you're gonna regret it. So definitely measure your head circumference before you go and purchase a wig, because That's really important. There's a hair on my lip. If you get a wig that's too tight for your head, it's going to be squeezing your head and it's going to create a headache most likely. And therefore, you're not going to wear your wig as often as you would like to. Best case scenario, you find a wig that's your exact circumference size. That's your same ear to ear. All of the measurements of your head are the same on this wig, especially if you get your wig customized. That's when it's going to fit you the absolute best. But a lot of wigs that I've come to know and love, like this one on my head, they're not customizable. You can't call in the company and ask them, hey, can you please make the ear to ear, this length, and can you make the circumference this? That's not how they're made. They're made for the majority. So this wig actually is too big for me. If you're going to wear an incorrect cap size, I always suggest getting a larger cap size versus a tighter one, because at least you can do up the adjusters. You can make adjustments to the cap, like add tape, add glue, add a wig grip, and that wig is likely not going to go anywhere, not going to make you feel like it's too big once you adjust it to your head. And next is skipping a natural part line, creating a realistic part in your wig that's from here to here. Wherever it is on your lace or your monofilament top, do not make the mistake of not plucking it or not going in and adding bits of concealer or foundation. Just by doing those things will make that wig look so good, guys. So realistic. You can literally take a wig that looks terrible and turn it into the most beautiful, natural looking wig that you own, just by taking those steps and taking the time to do that out of your day. If you want to learn how to do that, click on this video here. I actually just created it, just posted it. You can make any wig look real. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like wiggy content, because we talk about all things wigs on this channel, and I would love to have you back here with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next time. Take care, guys.